Some days, nothing terrible happens. And yet, everything irritates you. The slow driver, the dropped call, the text that lands wrong, the person who stops walking right in front of you. None of it is a disaster. Yet, by evening, the events haven't worn you out. Reacting to every one of them has. You can't control every irritation. But the few seconds between the spark and your response can be trained. Chinese wellness traditions of breath, release, and deliberate pause offer practical ways to widen that space, not by suppressing what you feel, and not by pretending nothing bothers you, but by giving the feeling room to rise so you can choose what happens next, instead of being dragged along behind it. What follows are 7 habits for staying steady when the day pushes. The first 3 are for the heated moment itself. The next 4 work on what surrounds it. And one of those is the quiet practice that makes all the rest possible. Before we begin, notice your jaw and your shoulders right now. If they're already tight, the day may be reaching you before anything has even happened. Habit 1. Catch the spark. Think about the last time something small set you off. How long did it take you to react? A full second or none at all? For most of us, the answer is none. The first feeling arrives automatically. The next action does not have to. There's a phrase in Chinese thought, "Zinu," to govern anger. Not to bury it, but to keep it from taking the wheel. The first flash isn't the problem. What you do with it is. So here's the habit. When the first heat appears, silently name the exact state: irritation, impatience, embarrassment, or anger. Not just there it is, but which one. Naming what you're actually feeling is how you catch it. And the moment you've named it, you're observing the feeling instead of being run by it. That small turn, from inside the reaction to just outside it, is the whole skill. Catch the spark, and you've already slowed it down. Habit 2. Exhale and release. Notice what your body does the instant you're annoyed. The breath climbs high and shallow. The shoulders lift. The jaw sets. The hands tighten. Irritation isn't only in the mind. It grips the body almost immediately. And that grip feeds the feeling back to you. This is why you can't simply think your way calm in the heat of it. The body is still bracing. Let's do this part together, right now, so it's ready when you need it. Take 1 slow breath in through the nose. Now, a slower breath out. Let the out breath be a little longer than the in. As you exhale, drop the shoulders down away from the ears. Part the teeth and let the tongue rest soft. Open the hands. Take 10 seconds to feel the difference between holding and releasing. That's the move. 1 longer exhale and a deliberate release of the jaw, shoulders, and hands. In Tai Chi and Qigong, this softening has a name: song, releasing unnecessary tension without going limp. A longer, easier exhale can help lower the immediate intensity. Letting go of the jaw and shoulders removes some of the physical fuel from the reaction. It won't erase the feeling. It gives you a steadier body to respond from. Several times a day, even when nothing's wrong, at a red light, in a checkout line, find your tension and let it go, so the move is familiar when you actually need it. Habit 3. Step back 1 pace. Picture it. A sharp message arrives, and within a heartbeat, your thumbs are already moving, typing the reply. The reaction is so fast it feels like the only option. It isn't. There's an old idea found in Chinese strategy and wellness alike: Tui Yai Bu, to step back 1 pace. Not to lose, and not to walk away from everything, just to put a little distance between the provocation and your response, so you answer from a clearer place instead of the hottest one. The habit is almost physical. When something provokes you, before you respond, step back, lean back, set the phone down, or simply picture yourself taking 1 pace backward. Give the first impulse time to soften. before you decide whether the moment even deserves a response. And in a real conversation, you're allowed to say it out loud. Give me a moment. I want to think before I answer. Let me come back to this. That single sentence buys you the same distance in front of another person, without pretending you feel nothing. Now put those three together, because that's how you'll actually use them. A message arrives with a tone you don't like. First, catch the spark, name it. That's irritation. Second, exhale and release the jaw. Third, don't answer from the first wave. Set the phone down for 1 minute. When you come back, the message may still be irritating, but it no longer gets to write your reply for you. That's the in-the-moment sequence. Catch it, release the body, step back. You now have 3 tools for the heated moment. The next 4 explain why the irritation became so powerful in the first place. The story you attached to it, the feeling you left unfinished, the margin you didn't have, and the baseline you carried into the day before it even started. Habit 4. Change the story. When someone cuts you off, or ignores you, or answers shortly, what story do you tell yourself? For most of us, it's instant and personal. They're rude. They did it on purpose. They don't respect me. And that story, far more than the event, is what lights the fuse. A calmer reading is really just another form of stepping back. Before deciding what someone meant, admit that you may not know. Most of what bothers us isn't aimed at us at all. The slow driver isn't slow at you. The curt reply may have nothing to do with you. People move through their own day carrying weights you can't see. So when irritation flares, ask one question. What else could this mean? Maybe they're frightened or exhausted, or simply didn't notice you. You don't need to be certain. You only need to loosen your grip on the version that assumes the worst. This isn't about pretending real disrespect is fine. It's about refusing to invent extra insult before you know the facts. Habit 5. Let the feeling move. Even with all of that, some irritation still lands. Someone is genuinely unfair, and you feel it. This is the habit most people skip, and it decides whether the feeling passes through you or follows you for hours. The mistake is going to one of 2 extremes. We explode and spill it onto everyone nearby, or we clamp down and pretend it isn't there. There's a third way. Let the feeling be felt, then let it move on. So, when something has genuinely landed, do 3 things. First, locate it. Notice where it sits in the body, the tight chest, the hot face. Second, don't act yet. Breathe with it, and give it a brief period of attention. Third, once the first intensity has lowered, decide what response is actually still needed. Often, the answer is none. Sometimes, the answer is a calm boundary or an honest conversation. And that's the point of waiting. You handle it once you're steady, not while you're hot. Feelings that are allowed to move tend to ease. The ones we either act out or lock away are the ones that harden and stay. Habit 6. Protect your margin. Think about when you actually snap most easily. It's rarely when you're rested and unhurried. It's when you're already stretched thin, tired, rushed, behind, with no slack left anywhere. Irritation doesn't only arrive from the world outside, it builds from having no room left inside. In Chinese wellness, there's a respect for leaving purposeful empty space. The painters call it liu bai, leaving white. Not filling every hour, not running the body and mind to the very edge. So protect some margin, on purpose, and make it specific. Leave 10 minutes between appointments when you can. Don't schedule every evening hour. Eat one meal without another task beside it. Arrive 5 minutes early instead of exactly on time. One simple rule holds it together. Leave one empty pocket in every part of the day, morning, afternoon, and evening. A person with a little room to spare meets annoyance with patience. A person with none meets it with a short fuse, and usually regrets it. Habit 7. Practice calm before you need it. Here's the one that holds the others together, because all 6 only work if there's something steady underneath to return to. There's a Chinese phrase for that steadiness. X yanen ping ki he. A calm heart and even breath. A level baseline that doesn't get yanked up and down by every small provocation. The mistake is trying to build that calm for the first time in the middle of the argument. You can't. You rehearse it while the day is still quiet. So here's the daily ritual, and it's specific. Once a day, preferably before the day gets noisy, stand or sit for 3 quiet minutes. Let the shoulders drop. Rest your hands loosely over your lower abdomen. Take 6 easy breaths. Each exhale a little longer than the inhale. Don't solve anything. You're simply practicing how to return to a neutral, settled state while nothing is wrong, so that the path back is familiar when something is. The heated moment doesn't build your calm. It reveals the calm you practiced before it. So there they are, 7 Chinese wellness habits for staying calm when everything annoys you. In the moment. Catch the spark. Exhale and release. Step back 1 pace. Before the moment, change the story. Let the feeling move, protect your margin, and practice calm each day. Don't try all 7 at once. That's just one more thing to get frustrated by. Choose the one that fit you most as you listened, and practice only that for a week, until it's there without thinking. Then add another. So tell us in the comments, what irritates you fastest? Delays, noise, interruptions, or the way people speak? We read them, and it helps us make these for you. Next time, we look at why the body can stay tense even when the day seems calm, and the Chinese evening habits that help it finally release. You can't stop every irritation, but you can keep a steadier center and become much quicker at returning to yourself when something knocks you off it.